This is Craig Foster, and we are at 400 South Flores Street, taking a look at your roof here. And what we want to do is we just want to bring you up top on the roof, and we'll show you what's going on. Looks like you have a asphalt gravel roof over a structural concrete deck. Overall, the roof looks and seems to be in pretty fair shape. So what we want to do is look at a couple of the detail items that need to be addressed, and then you look forward to a proposal to do some repair work, and then also to keep up on maintenance year after year. That will help you eliminate your leak problems and any possible structural damage or damage inside. So let's take a look at a few things. Let's come on over here. One of the major things that you have is wherever you have sealants and transitions, it looks like there's a lot of cracking and separation. And so that water migration could just get right into these cracks areas and the split areas here. If we want to look down here as well, kind of see it happening throughout this area. And this is fairly common over time. Your sealants and mastics and those types of things have to be maintained on a regular basis, and so you have a fair amount of it here, and it should be addressed. Basically, we remove that silicone or sealants, and then we replace it with new sealants that will hold up to the UV. So let's take a look over here. Also, what we have here is you have a lead pipe flashing. And what happens is this lead comes up and it folds up over the pipe that's coming up through the roof. What we have here is the lead has actually been chewed away over time, and that happens with animals and so forth. Basically what we want to do here is we want to take some new lead and encapsulate this whole area as well. And that way you won't have any moisture getting in between the pipe and the lead and then coming back along the pipe inside the building. Okay, let's head on down here. And then what we have here is you have an electrical panel box that has been fallen over. Looks like it's come apart. We don't deal with the electrical, but you should have this dealt with as soon as possible because this item here is supposed to be standing up, and you've got live electrical coming into this with no real protection, and so I would deal with this immediately. A couple other things is when we come into maintenance and service work, we'll around the pipes and these types of vents, we'll go ahead and take out the old sealant, put new sealant in. As you can see, it's cracking and getting dry and splitting. That, again, that's another maintenance item. This needs to be done on a regular basis, and it'll eliminate your problems or any potential problems. And then also right next door right here, this pitch pocket, this is what we call a multiple pipe penetration pocket. Now all these pipes are coming down into a square box, and then that box has to be filled up with sealant. Well, over time this has been gooped up and things have been just added to it. So what we want to do is we want to take all this out, put in all new sealant, so you're back up to speed on that as well. Okay, let's take a look around the corner here. Another item that we see in deterioration, what's going on, is the water from the upper roof. Sorry, the water from the upper roof has to get off the roof. And you can see these little, what we call little scupper areas, and there's like 3 of them on this roof. But this one in particular, when the water comes off the roof and it drains off, what it's doing is it's coming down here and hitting down here. And you can see how the deterioration with the moisture is coming down and hitting directly onto the membrane, and all the gravel is being washed away as well, and it is there's premature wearing on the finished product here. So what we want to do is we basically want to refill this area with asphalt, put the gravel back in, and then we want to put a splash block here, okay, and then a piece of counter flashing So when that water comes down, it hits the splash block, and then we're going to cover this with a metal counter flashing so that water's not penetrating here as well. And then that water will hit the splash block and disperse off the roof without just doing damage. And you can also see where that gravel goes. It's down into your your gutter, which helps destroy and prematurely makes the gutter rust out, and then it's then it has to be replaced. So it looks like we can just take all the gravel out, clean it up, and you would be in good shape. So basically, we're just going to go over the rooftop, do these few items for you, and you should be in pretty good shape. Then you want us to come out maybe yearly, maybe once a year, to go through these items and just make sure they're kept up to date, and you should be in pretty good shape. I have not done a core test. I haven't actually gone down into the roof to see what all materials that it's made up of, but looks like we don't really need to do that right now, and over the next few years we can look at what possibilities or what opportunities you might have to maybe put a layover roof on this for a new roof for another 20-25 years. But we can see what your options are after we kind of get your roof up to speed. Hey, thanks for getting on the rooftop with us today. And again, you can give me a call, Craig Foster, and that is 210-493-3022. Thank you.